Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all. My name is Crypto Millie, and every day I talk about crypto. Today we're going to be doing a quick video, a Jasmy update. If you hear some background chatter, that's just family. So I'm going to try to make this very, very quick and not be too loud. So tune in, guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and let's go out with a bang on 2024. Also, on Friday, either 4 or 5 p.m., I shall be hosting a AMA with Steven Bliss himself, the former artist of Grand Theft Auto. And we're going to be talking about, the artwork, the Luby meme coin token. So, yeah, cool little AMA and interview, guys. Be checking out for that on Friday, either 4 or 5. But let's get into this Jasmy content, right? Because I know why you guys here. You're here for the Jasmy content. First and foremost, I want to focus here on the Bitcoin dominance. This is Trading View, and this is the weekly time frame, right? So this is interesting, right? I've been seeing a lot of crypto YouTubers say, the market is in an area where they still need information, whether it's going to go higher or lower. I totally agree here. First and foremost, on a Bitcoin dominance chart, we could be potentially putting in a lower high, and we also have a red print on our indicator, which spells downside momentum here for the Bitcoin dominance. So this could be positive if we could see the liquidity be rotating into altcoins based off the psychology and the sentiment of the market. That could be a possibility, but we got to keep in mind, without new money, right? Global quantitative easing and global liquidity, altcoins could also struggle in this type of environment. And that's why a little bit later, we're going to be talking about this Bitcoin and global M2 chart here. So Bitcoin dominance actually looks bullish in my opinion, if we can get a lower high, right? And that would look something like this on the stock RSI. If I can just kind of like tap this here and remove this and kind of like show you guys what I'm talking about. You can see here, who's to say that the Bitcoin dominance here gets stopped out and continues to go lower, right? Even on the stock RSI. So again, if we get a lower high from here, you can see the trend line. That should be interesting. The only thing is, the week isn't over with. The week isn't over with, guys. So this red candle, if it can stay under this trend line, that's going to be bullish. If it gets back above it, not really bearish until it breaks the neckline here at about 60%, and then the wick candle here at about 61%. So let's keep an eye here on the Bitcoin dominance. It's 50-50 right now. Again, this is the weekly chart. If we go here to the well, I guess we can go down to some lower time frames. You can also see here at the lower time frame, looks like it wants to put in a lower high as well. So that's positive that even on the lower time frame, it looks like it wants to put in a lower high. So we could still be in the clear. We'll just have to see how this week closes. The other dominance, right, that the inverted to the Bitcoin dominance here is looking to put in a higher low, right? So you can see the trend line is holding right above our indicator. Indicator is still bullish, which means the dominance could possibly go higher. We could possibly get a higher low here on the stock RSI, which again, guys, is bullish. If we get a lower low, then that's bearish, right? Which means altcoins, specifically low caps, micro caps, could continue to get, crushed to the downside, right? It is what it is, right? Because again, a lot of people are not saying this, but we got to be honest with ourselves. We're still in quantitative tightening. We're hoping that we can get into quantitative easing, right? So the others dominance, we'll just have to see how this week closes. But again, if we use the same psychology here with the others dominance, of course, it doesn't want to pull up. Most likely, we're seeing the same thing that we've seen on the Bitcoin dominance, right? If we go here to lower time frames, so you can really go to lower time frames, and it'll give you like a prediction of what's to come, right? The smaller the time frame that you go, right? So I'm gonna give you an example here. Let's reload this so I can actually show you guys here. Let's go back to the others dominance. I do apologize, man. That the funny thing about the The funny thing about TradingView is that it makes you reload every time, right? No matter what. So if you reload a new page, but you can see here, even on the others dominance here, right? Um, this could be a lower high. So this could be a if this weekly candle here, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know y'all love honesty, but if this weekly candle doesn't get above this trend line, that could spell trouble for altcoins. All right, everybody's saying this bounce could be the bounce for altcoin season, but if and it's on a daily, I'm giving you guys the daily, the lower time frame. So it was a little different from Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the lower time frame shows that we could potentially get a lower high, which is good for altcoins. But we need a we need a higher, you know what I'm saying? We need a higher high from here. We need to break this trend line for altcoins. We need to break this trend line for altcoins, right? To really make some noise, right? We got momentum. Stock RSI telling we got momentum, but we need to close this week above this trend line. So keep an eye on the others dominance, right? Keep an eye on the others dominance. Now, with that being known, this information being known, right? The daily, we need, we need a night. So you see the trend line here, but we need to get above this on the weekly and also the daily. So taking a look at Jasmy, right? Because we are seeing a nice good pump here from Jasmy, up 7% on the day. It was 10% when I started like messing around with my research, but the Jasmy coin on the weekly here looks like it wants to bounce back, right? So I don't know the volume that Jasmy is bringing in, but if we're getting the green candle on the weekend with volume, this could easily, right? This could easily, send, put in a higher low here and bounce back up. So again, I got to reload this, guys, so I can show you exactly what I mean. All my charts are like pre-done, so I can just go straight to it. Jasmy here, and down here, this is how this would look, right? So higher low, bounce to the upside on the stock RSI, and we can start to continue to move up with this trend line and that we are starting to see to the upside from Jasmy. Now, if we just go to the daily, that kind of like confirm things, you can see we do have momentum here on the stock RSI for the daily, but it's the same thing. The others chart gave us an idea what we were going to see. We need to get this daily candle above this trend line. You can already start to see that whales and traders are trying to keep us below the trend line, right? We got above it, but it was like a false candle. This daily candle needs to close above this blue line. It needs to close above the blue line. This is the red line. I'll just make it red. It needs to close above this red line. We do have momentum from the stock RSI. So if we continue to get some liquidity, this could close above the red line and we could, get out of this downtrend that we're seeing, right? We're trying to get out this downtrend. We got a red print on our indicator. So technically, if on the daily, if we don't get above that red line, we're still bearish, right? You can see here that the momentum is coming to the downside with the stock RSI. Price going up, momentum to the downside. I can't really tell you if this is a divergence or not until we get more information. We need to see if it's going to continue to go down or if it's going to bounce to the outside. So Jasmy is in a 50-50 area. I'm not going to tell you guys anything different. Last but not least, if we go here to the Jasmy BTC chart, same thing, right? Weekly, we got a green print, bullish, right? Jasmy is looking strong against the Bitcoin pair. It's on a trend to the upside, right? But we do have bearish momentum on the stock RSI. So it all depends on really to this daily. And let's reload this. This daily candle, and this is the Jasmy BTC pair, guys. But this daily candle, how we close Christmas, it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's what they tell us, right? But how we close Christmas is going to be important and pivotal for the bounce of these altcoins. If we close, and I'm pretty sure all the altcoins are showing the same thing, right? And the Jasmy BTC chart looks very, very bullish, right? So depending on how you draw your trend line, you could do your trend line here, 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 regardless, right? If we can, and you know, I would say it's here, right? Just based off the points, but you know, everybody does their trend line different. But if we can close above this trend line and above these moving averages on the daily for the Jasmy BTC chart, bullish. This is bullish, and this could be signaling the next leg up for Jasmy, and this could be applied to other altcoins as well. So I'm saying all of that to say this. Right now, the market is in a 50-50 position. It could go up, it could go lower. That's just where we're at, right? Now, you're seeing a lot of people talk about this Bitcoin and global M2 chart, right? Because we're seeing the global liquidity now go down, right? And Bitcoin lags the global liquidity M2 chart by 10 weeks, right? So the orange line is Bitcoin. This Bitcoin follows this thing like it's its twin, right? So one can say that it's a good chance that Bitcoin goes down, right? The dominance goes down. Two things are going to happen. Altcoins could go up against BTC, or if it's not a lot of liquidity, altcoins are going to get smashed as well. So we need more information. The liquidation map on the monthly coincides with this Bitcoin global M2 chart. So this is again why I can't get up here and give you guys false hopium. We got a huge liquidity bar around 70,000 on the monthly. A huge liquidity bar, guys. You can see it's a little bit more hot down here than it is up here, right? So will this liquidity bar in the monthly be a magnet and pull BTC down? Or will we get quantitative easing, a more fair playground, more liquidity, where it will push Bitcoin and altcoins up? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Jasmy is looking good on the day. I'm still seeing holes in the market, and I still need more information to give you guys a more in-depth opinion on where I think the market is going to go in the next month. It's 50-50. It's up in the air. It's up in the air. But I am pointing out to you the strengths of the market, right? The other dominance and the capitulation of the Bitcoin dominance. We also have weaknesses in the market, like the macro fears, the fact that we're not getting as much cuts as we want. When will quantitative easing happen, right? When will the Fed start adding to their balance sheet opposed to restricting it, right? And why do we have this huge liquidity bar sitting around 70,000, which coincides here with the Bitcoin global M2 chart, which is also acting as a magnet that could pull big BTC to 70,000. I'm just saying, right? Not a bearish video, pointing out everything, right? We got bullish, we got hopium, but we also got a few questions that need to be answered. Let me know inside the comments. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays to all.